this is going to be a great night. It's the only time of year that we get together to celebrate the lives and careers of some of the most outstanding men and women in the home building industry, and show our support for the students that are going to be coming in and have their sights on joining us. So this is a time in the evening where I get to talk about our host organization, the California Home Building Foundation. This year is the foundation's 40th anniversary. Some of you old-timers, and I know who you are, remember CHF as the California Building Industry Foundation, CBIF. As of 2006, we brought forth a new name, the California Home Building Foundation. No matter what we call ourselves, we have the same strong mission, supporting new home building in California through scholarships, research, and education. The Hall of Fame scholarships we're giving out tonight to 4 very deserving students, and they have matching scholarship funds donated by Mike and Julia's ongoing commitment. From dozens of applicants, these young people were selected in recognition of their areas of study, their proven ability, and their desire to enter the home building industry after graduation. Our first recipient is Alec Dominguez, California State University Chico College of Engineering, Department of Construction Management. Here you go. Here you go.
I want to start off by saying thank you to everyone here today. It's a huge honor to be invited to something like this, so thank you. I also want to give a huge thanks to everyone that helps contribute to this organization, whether it be your time or money or any kind of contribution. And a huge thanks to all the kitchen staff and everyone that helped put this beautiful dinner together. Thank you. I want to talk a little bit about myself and what I hope to accomplish in the future in regards to the home building industry. So, well, yeah, like I said, my name's Alec Dominguez. I'm going to be a junior at Chico State, and my major is construction management. Yeah. So going into college, I never had any real construction experience. I never, I never worked for a contractor or anything like that, but from as far back as I can remember, I was always working on projects with my dad, whether it was, landscaping or remodeling our kitchen or our bathroom or painting a room. It was always something going on, and I think that kind of awoke a passion within me for the home building industry and home improvement. So I think it's that same passion that when it came time for me to choose my major that drove me to choose construction management. It's that same passion that drives me to work harder and study harder so I can get closer to my degree. And I think it's that same passion that helps me aspire to someday own a construction company so I can build homes and share that passion with others. Thank you.
We have Jorge Garcia, California State University, Sacramento, College of Engineering, Department of Construction Management and Business Administration. That way it goes. Here you go. Thank you, sir.
Hello, everybody. A couple months ago, I went to a dinner, and there was this gentleman who gave his speech. At the end of the speech, I went up to him and I spoke to him about his speech, and he told me, Jorge, it was all from the heart. So today I decided to come up and do the same thing, open my heart up to you all. So I'll start off with, my father left me when I was 9, and that actually made me stronger. When he left, every time I met a gentleman or a woman, every time I met someone, they would always give me some type of advice. And not having that father figure at my house, well, every time I had that advice, I never had to go back home and be like, oh, Father, look what I learned. And then they would never, or there was no one to redirect me. Oh, that's not the right way of thinking. So I kind of picked up from everyone, and it made me who I am today. Kind of like what Ms. Edwards said a second ago, we're your children. And I see all of you as a father figure, mother figure to me. And I'd like to thank Furman Ramirez in the back, my uncle, he's been a huge father figure in my life. And I'd also like to thank John Orr. Thank you all.
Eric Richards, University of San Diego, the Burnham Morris Institute of Real Estate. There you go.
So I'm honored to be recognized by the California Homebuilder Foundation, and I'm grateful to be the recipient of the 2018 Hall of Fame Scholarship. You're providing me the continued opportunity to pursue my education and experience and the unbelievable support, guidance from the University of San Diego Burnham Moores Institute. To complete my master's has been a goal of mine for a very long time. I am an example that it is never too late to fine-tune your craft and to follow your dreams. I want to utilize my education combined with my work experience to help California's housing crisis by working to develop creative, green energy efficient, affordable housing options through assembling residential and mixed-use infill parcels of land and then syndicating these development deals. I pledge to passionately work to help strengthen, grow, and innovate California home building industry. I'm especially grateful to a few amazing people who have supported me and are the reason that I'm up here right now. My mentor, Stephen Doyle, Stath Karras, the executive director, and all of the absolutely wonderful staff of the Burnham Moores Center for Real Estate at the University of San Diego. My mentor and previous employer, Eileen Hovey of Optima Inc. My professor, who really opened my eyes to development, Romick Kessian of JLL, and my current employer, Leslie Olivo of Beazer Homes. And finally, my wife, Stephanie Richards, for all of her support and patience during this master's program. I'm grateful to all of you for your support and guidance, both now and in the future. Thank you.
Gabriel Woodson, California State University, Chico, College of Engineering, Department of Construction Management. This one I got right. There you go.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gabe Woodson, and I'll be a junior at Chico State University this upcoming semester. I'd like to begin by thanking all of you with the CHF for awarding me with this Hall of Fame scholarship, and also the instrumental support you provide to the industry, the schools, and to students such as myself. Currently, I'm working on a 520-unit residential project in the heart of the financial district. As a project engineer and a part-time carpenter apprentice, I really get the sense of pride in working on a project and helping the Bay Area grow, because as you can all see, there's an influx of people, but an inadequate amount of housing to support those people. So being able to support the hardworking men and women that are building this Bay Area and our nation is what I look forward to, and I hope to pioneer sustainability and affordable housing for our nation. Thank you.
There is one more envelope here, but it doesn't belong to us. Last year, Joan Marcus Webb and Dan Hansen got together and structured a new scholarship, Future Women in Home Building. Dan is here to present this scholarship tonight.
This organization is unique because it not only honors the great accomplishments of our past honorees, but it awards those future honorees. It's a very unique organization that gives on both ends of the spectrum, and I'm just very proud to be on the board. Joan and I got together and we said, why don't we try to do something that would promote and encourage women in this industry to participate and become what Joan and many others in the honorees have become, which is great women in our industry. So tonight, I have the privilege of giving the scholarship that Joan and I put together for this young lady who came all the way from the Caribbean. She goes to Berkeley, go Bears. And she's in the school to become an architect. Chelsea John Baptist from Berkeley.
A pleasant good evening to everyone. I would like to take this opportunity to express my gratitude to the California Homebuilding Foundation and to all those who were involved in any way in planning such a wonderful evening. Heartfelt thanks in particular to Mrs. Joan Marcus Webb and Mr. Dan Hansen for sponsoring this scholarship. I feel quite fortunate to be able to spend this evening with so many important and passionate individuals who have contributed so much to our built environment. This evening has fueled my passion to excel and to one day make a positive impact in the area of design and development of remarkable buildings and spaces. Presently, I am majoring in architecture at UC Berkeley. My aspirations have always been to lend a hand in creating buildings that are not just beautiful and sustainable, but that can make a positive impact on our lives. To me, the beauty of architecture lies in how it responds to its context and the people who interact with it, how it expresses our cultures, and how it can inspire us. So I thank God for health and strength to continue to persevere. I thank you all for your time and support. And to all those who are receiving an award tonight, I say congratulations. And thank you for your commitment to our built environment. Thank you.
Tonight, we're honoring the careers and contributions of 5 people who represent our industry at its best, all united in their efforts to make a difference in their organizations, in the industry, and in the communities they have served. Each honoree represents a lifetime of achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, I am so proud to present our tribute to the 2018 Hall of Fame honorees.
You know, it's such an honor to be amongst all of you, doing wonderful things for everybody else. And so I'm just overwhelmed with the honor, the gratitude that I need to give to everybody, the board, the people that originally asked that I be a member of this austere group. I do need definitely to dole out a few thank yous, and the first of which you would well expect from seeing the video is family. My wife, who has been at my side, and particularly the last year and a half, been a pretty tough year and a half, and so, and in an explanation of that, I think many of you see me wheel around here, and I just completed last week a 6-month round of chemo for cancer, and it was extremely successful. So I hope to be able to be here next year and running around on my 2 feet, and I'm sure that's going to happen. The rest of my family sitting over there at the table, my son Mike, who also pitches in and wheels me around, but clearly the key factor in our business, and certainly the one that's taken over. So I thank him for all that he does. Have my daughter Anna, 2 son-in-laws, and my granddaughter are here today. The extended family is about 20, so but we couldn't gather them all here today. So again, it's thank you. It's an honor. It's a wonderful honor. This is a great group, and it's an honor to be associated with it. I could go on forever. My wife chastises me from time to time and says, when you get a mic in front of you, it just never quits. But I'm going to do you a favor tonight. You've got other inductees that you need to hear, and the hour's getting late. I thank you all.
Anyway, I'd like to thank everyone for being here tonight. It means so much to me, and I'm sure to all the other inductees. Thank you especially to the Board of Trustees for approving my nomination and for this great recognition. And I'd like to thank the people who nominated me, because I do know most of who you are. Lori and Dave Sanson from De Nova Homes, Steve Blanke and Ken Bering from Blackhawk Services, Lane Marceau from Shea Homes, John Ryan from Brookfield Residential, Doyle Heaton from DRG Builders, Cheryl O'Connor from HomeAid Northern California, Doug Dolan and Chip Pearson from the Dolan Group, Bob Glover from the BIA Bay Area. And I know there are others that were part of this. I don't know all of who you are, but Dana and Lou and a few others I know about you. And of course, thank you to Terry Brunson for putting on the event and all the work. I know it's your staff, but putting the event together and definitely holding my hand and helping me through the process of when I was told and up through tonight. And I'm extremely honored to be standing here tonight. And I'd like to introduce and thank a few people who've been instrumental in my life and in my career and my success. And of course, first off, it's my wife, Janet. Janet over here. So Janet and I have been married 40 years, so this is sort of college through retirement. Here we are. And then there's my son, Will, and his wife, Kristen. And next to them, it's my son, Dan. Hi, Dan. And then my partners that started CBG with me, special friends that I've known for 35 years, Mike Barbie and Grant Gibson. So Mike Barbie and Mike's wife, Lisa, please stand up. Please stand up for a second. Lisa, please stand up. Lisa, who's right here in the front. And Grant Gibson and his wife, Kim, please stand up. And Greg Miller joined the firm almost immediately and became a partner almost immediately. So Greg and Nancy are here. Would you stand up for a second, you guys? And then many of you know or knew and remember Ken Tappan, who's no longer with us, but his oldest son, Alec, is. And so I'd like Alec to stand up in recognition of his dad. And then, of course, there's Grace Curatori, who is the glue from the office and holds everything together. Grace, would you stand up for 1 sec, please? On December 4th of last year, I met Dave Sanson to have a cup of coffee and catch up on old times. So we went down to Pete's, and I thought he just wanted to pick the brain of a guy who had been retired a little while, but not too long. Maybe he could find something in the gray matter that he could use, you know. And so we talked for a while, and then somewhere in the middle of this, he just sort of dropped the bomb on me that I had been nominated and approved by the board for this recognition, and I was stunned, and I think I'm still kind of shocked, to be honest. I mean, I'm really pleased, very unexpected, but this is super. I'm honored to be thought of in the same group as the past honorees. It's very special. When I look at the list of people that are in the Hall of Fame, it's daunting. It makes me proud and proud of the company that we've put together. To be an associate in the BIA and be recognized like this is really special. And I think it really reflects not only on me, but on the company and all the people that I've worked with and that have worked at CBG so hard to help bring success to so many builder projects and bring things forward. That's been great. I've been lucky in my career to have many of you as friends, to have good mentors, good friends, good colleagues all the way through. And I've been retired now. Some of you know that I've been retired a couple of years, and I'd like to recognize there's a new management group that is moving CBG forward now. And if they would, they're all over here. I'd like all those folks to stand up just for a second, get recognized. This is who's running CBG now that us older guys have retired. So please. It gives me a lot of confidence in my retirement. Anyway, it's been my great privilege to know many of you, and I thank you for this recognition of my career and my contribution to the home building industry. Thank you very much.
My thanks to the BIA of Northern California for my nomination for this prestigious award, and I also want to thank the CBIA for my induction into this group of industry leaders. This is something I never dreamed of, although it's a bit of bittersweetness tonight. Tonight would have been my mother's 94th birthday. She passed away in March. She would have been as surprised as I am, but very proud. As a military wife, the burden of raising a very high energy young man was mostly by her, and it wasn't an easy task. But her values, work ethic, and the promise that if I worked hard, I could succeed at almost anything. So not only would she be proud and my father surprised, but I can assure you it wasn't a bad life going from a military brat to owning a military base. There's many people that have made this high award possible, but first and foremost, I have to thank my wife, Mary Jane, wife of 49 years. As I said in the video, I told her some time back it was a life sentence. She has supported many moves across this country and helped raise our son Denton, of who we're both most proud. He joined us in the business about 14 years ago after spending several years in investment banking and management of a hedge fund. He is now a partner and serves as our chief investment officer and is co-CEO of several of the entities that we own. Unfortunately, his wife, Christine, couldn't join us tonight due to a babysitting conflict, but if we'd have brought the two young girls, it might have been a little bit more entertaining than any of us could stand. They're precious and beautiful, but they are also full of energy and a lot of fun. As most of you know, success involves developing a team, a group with shared vision, commitment, and values. The average tenure of my senior management team is 20 years. They are each partners and members of our executive management team. And my EVP, Chief Legal Officer, and co-COO of the Downtown Rail Yard Ventures is Jay Heckenlively. Jay, would you stand just a second? Not only has Jay been with me a long time, he was working with Trainer Fairbrook on our account for many years before joining us in 2000. My EVP and CFO and COO for McClellan Business Park is Frank Myers. Frank would stand for just a second. Frank joined me at Stanford Ranch in 1996. Done a great job. Also joining our team in 1996 is Alan Hirsch, our senior VP, who handles all of our engineering, construction, entitlement, and has stepped in on a number of different tasks for us and done a great job. In addition, joining me at Stanford Ranch in 1998 is Ken Giannotti, who's sitting over here with his wife and some of our team members. Ken is responsible for the marketing, leasing, and that of McClellan now. My thanks also to the senior members of the team for their commitment to providing the values and the leadership and the values that we all share to creating the best value for our customers. I also have joining me tonight Wanda Thompson. Wanda is one of our senior property managers. And I also have my personal assistant and manager of our office, Tiffany Garcia, who tries to keep me organized, and that's no easy task. I'd be remiss if I didn't at least recognize our lenders and partners, because without them, we wouldn't have the capital to operate and grow our business. Wells Fargo has been our lead bank at McClellan since 2002. They lead our line of credit that's allowed us to grow and have continued to work with us in expanding the line and lending to us on other apartment projects. Other members of our lending group include U.S. Bank, also a lender on other projects, Apollo, River City Bank, and Safe Credit Union. Other lenders include PCCP, who is also an original lender in our McClellan line and is now a partner and lender on other development projects. Also, Rabobank and Guggenheim Partners, PNC, and CMB, who is our EB5 lender. Our partners in our various projects include InvenTrust, PCCP, Garibaldi Partners, Larry Gurry, Russ Kuhn, and Eric Peelegard. My thanks to each of you for your confidence in our team and your investment in our projects. We all have those decisive moments when you're faced with a choice that can be life-changing. In 1988, I had that choice. I was a senior officer at a national public home building company headquartered in Houston, Texas. I was approached by a headhunter. They had an opportunity in Sacramento. Eli Broad was looking for someone to take over the management of a family development in Rockland, California, Stanford Ranch. I accepted, and my life was forever changed. No more spending half my time traveling. My family became part of the community. Eli and I became partners. We bought land. We became owners of the Sacramento Kings. And in 1996, the opportunity came for me to buy Eli out of Stanford Ranch. Eli, thank you for the opportunity, your friendship, and mentoring. I also want to congratulate the other inductees tonight, as I am proud to be joining such a prestigious group and all the previous recipients. My thanks to those responsible for my induction and those who have been responsible for my team's success. Thank you all. It's been a wonderful evening. Thank you, Colleen.
So I know it's late, and you may have a bit of a food coma going on, but I'm going to ask you to close your eyes. Close your eyes. Everybody close your eyes. Trust me on this. And I want you to think of a memory you're exceptionally fond of. Now I want you to envision the place where that memory is happening. Okay, you can open your eyes. That's what we do. We create the places where memories happen and dreams can come true. Who gets to do this? What a wonderful thing to get to do for a living, right? I am the son, the grandson, and the nephew of a family of builders who, some 30 years ago, happened to come upon a company that has been in the building industry since 1906. And for over 30 years now, I've had the privilege of working with that company to help shape and build it. And so it is with that rich heritage in this industry that I receive this award very humbly and with great gratitude. This is something that I will treasure for many, many years to come. I love this industry. Thank you. So I do have to thank people because this is a journey that requires many people. There is a small H.G. Fenton contingent here tonight. And I want to thank you all for the many years of working together, for the friendships, for the challenges that we've overcome, and for the great company that we've created. Thank you very much. There are many others here tonight who have made the trip, and I'm greatly appreciative to the fact you have also. College professors, people have supported me in other endeavors. I'm very fortunate. But I have to turn to the individuals that are at this table for a minute if I can. This is the table with my family for whom which I wouldn't be here if they were not so supportive. My mother, Honora, is here tonight. Mom, thank you. My nephew, David. My sister-in-law, Molly. Our daughter, Katie. And I don't know if you noticed the background music to that video, but that was actually one of our son's songs, our son, Brandon. Thank you, Brandon. And to my beautiful wife, Marilee, my friend, my partner, and my lifelong companion. Thank you. Every journey has mentors, and I've been fortunate to have many. I want to highlight two if I can. The first is my father, who we unfortunately lost 2 years ago. He was a great man. You talk about integrity, values, just as grounded as they come. And he taught me so much about this business, although at one point he did tell me, don't you ever go in this business. But he might have just had a bad day to do that one. And the other is Henry Hunt, right here in front of me with his wife, Carol. Henry and I have together been part of this journey at Fenton for over 30 years now. Henry, thank you for all the mentoring and support. So let me leave you where we started. We have the privilege, and it is our responsibility to continue, no matter how hard it is, to create those places where memories are made and dreams can come true. Thank you.
I thank the California Homebuilding Foundation for this great honor. I'm humbled to join so many current and past honorees. My thanks to Terry Brunson, Bob Ravinius, and all the good people of the foundation for their great work, especially providing direction to high schoolers to acquaint themselves with the home building industry. Of course, I could not do what I do without the support of my law firm, consisting of my partners, associates, and staff, many of whom are here tonight. Thank you for allowing me to perform pro bono legal services for nonprofit charities. I would also like to recognize my family here this evening. Susan, and I got her name right. You know, when we were engaged, I introduced her to somebody, and I said, what's your name? I actually forgot her name. But she's my wife of 51 years. Okay. My son Jeff, my daughter-in-law Lori, my grandchildren Grace, Ward, Kate, and Victoria. Lori's parents, Peter and Karen Ward, are here tonight also, as well as Lori's sister, Lila McGew, and Leslie's husband, Brian, and their two children, Braden and Lila. And you know, that's 3 sets of grandparents each this month celebrating 51 years of marriage. It's quite a family, and I thank God every day for all of them. Now, I've always believed that we rise by lifting others. I am blessed to live in a country where a person can answer that calling and be of service to others. I'm so fortunate to be in the home building sector that has led me to connect with many other similarly minded people. The legendary boxer, you're not going to believe this, but Muhammad Ali said, "Service to others is the rent you pay for the room here on earth." Service to others can spring from a small idea or a simple conversation. Such was the case with the Lennar Charitable Housing Foundation and the Homeflow Foundation, which I formed with Jeff Roos of Lennar and with Lucy Dunn of the Orange County Business Council. And it was formed to fund nonprofit organizations which address the critical homeless problem we have in California and throughout the country. To date, through nominal, painless, private transfer fees on the sale and resale of homes in California, we have donated over $10 million to more than 100 vetted charities that provide housing for the homeless, including HomeAid and many, many others. And now, in giving back, I've been honored to serve on the board of Habitat for Humanity of Orange County for over 20 years. Our affiliate is one of 45 Habitat affiliates in the state of California, which provide affordable workforce housing, for which we also have a dire need. Our executive director, Sharon Ellis, is here this evening, too. Sharon. There is so much more to be done, and I thank Sharon and the Habitat Board for their service. As a member of the Newport Irvine Rotary Club, and I'm sure there are other Rotarians here, we strive to think and act consistent with our motto, service above self. That's a motto that was copied recently by the Air Force Academy, service before self. Wouldn't it be great if all of us acted in accordance with that motto? And with all that said, I'm going to stake a claim this evening. I lead the singing at our Newport Irvine Rotary Club. Of more than 35,000 Rotary clubs in the world today, I claim tonight that my club was the only club which has attempted to sing Music of the Night from Phantom of the Opera a cappella with 25 voices, all of which had a hard time carrying the tune to Row, Row, Row Your Boat. But it worked out great. And if it can be done with 25 of those voices, what can we do with hundreds of voices here this evening? So please stand with me and join me in singing a tune you all know, God Bless America. I'll lead you. Ready? It's up here. God bless America, land that I love. Stand beside her and guide her through the night with the light from above. From the mountains to the prairies, to the oceans white with foam. God bless America, my home, sweet home. God bless America, my home, sweet home. Very good. You know, Kate Smith would have been proud of all of you. Thank you.
You can't top that except to say we're all done. Thanks for hanging in with us. I'll see you all back here next year for the 35th anniversary of the Hall of Fame. Good night.